Now I will talk about maintenance on this clock. One thing is dusting, of course. I just use a soft cloth and I go and I rub everything like that. You can grab the parts and just wipe them down. A fine brush, a brush would also work. I just use a cloth. I even get in the gear teeth like this if I want to clean them out. So you can get in there and just rub everything. Just make sure that if you lift these up, then see how that spins. So you have to grab the wheel to prevent it from spinning like that. All right, and then lubrication is not normally necessary, but sometimes in very humid, damp weather, if you notice that this pendulum doesn't move as far as normal, it just moves, so it barely lifts up and just barely lifts up there. So the motion is not as far, then it may need some lubrication. I use pure silicone spray, and I spray it onto something, an applicator like this, and I'll use this rag behind it to keep spray from getting everywhere. So I just spray on it like that, and then it goes on this outer surface of the wheel, between the pegs. All the way around. So you can let the clock run and then just keep dabbing it on there as the wheel turns. Then these you can see these slide along. And putting that silicone on there reduces friction when those slide along the edge of the wheel. So you can see now it's sliding on the edge. And this silicone reduces that friction so the pendulum can move more freely. This may never be necessary. I don't know, I maybe should have asked about your climate where you are, and if the air gets very damp. And as I said, sometimes in very damp weather, there's more friction on the edge of this wheel, and so it may need lubrication, but it may not ever be necessary. And one other place that I put it on sometimes is these 6 gear teeth here. And that's really all that I would recommend that would ever be needed, and it may not be needed. You have to just wait and see if the clock ever stops mysteriously, and you don't know why. Then it may need that bit of lubrication on this wheel here. But as I said, very likely that will never be needed. Everything else in the clock is lubricated permanently. The bearings in here are made of a special wood. I'll pull this out and show it. This pivot is a special wood called lignum vitae that is self-lubricating. It has natural oil in the wood, and then it's also lubricated with graphite on the surface. So you never need to lubricate. no oil, no clock oil should ever be used on these pivots. They are already lubricated. They don't need any more oil or anything like that.